Hi guys, and welcome to Angling For You, and today you join me in the garden, and I wanted to do at least the unboxing part of this review on the bank yesterday. As you can see from how it's blowing this around in my hand, it's really windy again, and with the sound coming over and down the fields, it was just not good enough sound quality to do justice to which is something really special. And every so often certain thing comes out in fishing that is really special, and today we're going to have a look at the unboxing part of it. So it's the new Quartix rods from Middy. Now they've got a lot of unique design and some new firsts, and we're really looking forward to testing this out on the bank. This is the 12-foot Zero Limits distance feeder rod. Now you might say, then that's not going to be for you. You know, you only use 10 and 11-foot rods. You are right, you are correct, but we are doing this year for the first time a Angling For You feeder league, and we're going to do 4 venues, and these 4 venues are going to be venues that I don't normally fish, and they're going to be venues that are going to be a long distance, and it will require a different kind of mentality and a different kind of piece of kit to do it. And this is this piece of kit. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox it. We're going to have a look what it comes with, what is the package, what is the price, and what different things just make this fantastic product. So let's get it out and get into it. So guys, before we look at the rod itself, which I've got out in my hand because the wind is so terrible again, what we're going to do is just do some little close-ups while I just explain a little bit around the things that come with it. So moving on to starting with the tips. So you get 3 of these hollow-spliced carbon quivers, and these are 1.5 ounce, a 2 ounce and a 3 ounce, plus 1 Super Sense glass-spliced-into-carbon tip, which is 0.5. Now these are something completely revolutionary. These are something completely new that's not out there at the moment, and it's really important to know that these are just cutting edge and to make a difference. So it basically takes a new technique where the quivers are hollow and spliced at the tip, and what this does is allow for powering up. And when you're looking at powering up, you're looking at distance casting, which is obviously around what this is for, going up to a 3 ounce tip. That's a no-nonsense tip, is that's getting some distance out for those big bream, or you know, your big venues like Barston where you needed to cast a method a long way out. And then what we'll do is now look into a close-up around the profile of the rod. So when we're looking at the rod itself, you can see it's got a fantastic cork handle, and it's all cork with a nice screw seat, reel seat. And I do like cork handles. It's got the nice flat bit that rests across your arm, which makes it just really comfortable when you're casting. It's got a mainline rating of £12 and a hook link of £8, so the strength of it is a really strong, with a casting weight of around 90 gram. So really it is made for, you know, absolutely pummeling out those really long distance but also heavy items. My things now around looking around it, I like the fact that you've got those choice of 4 tips. I think that's really important. And seeing that the 3 ounce one, it is a hefty beast. You can see with the eyelets, and I'll zoom in close again with the eyelets, that there's plenty of space there to stop the line snagging up or having too much friction when casting, which makes for an easy punch out and keeping the control and the accuracy really important. And that's something that'll help me when I'm quite a newbie to sort of really long distance fishing. Now what I'm going to do is just put this together. It is 3-piece, like I said, so it is a big rod, 12 foot as I said. Now it comes 3-piece, and obviously the tips are completely separate. Now the price of it, it's not a cheap boy. This is what you got to think. With a distance rod, you're not paying for a normal commercial rod where they're around up to a couple of £100, where we're fishing, I don't know, 40 yards, 50 yards. This is a long distance casting rod. This is aimed for your big venues, your big feeder fishing. So it comes with a reasonably big price tag of £270. But for me, the versatility of this, you're going to be able to land big carp, you're going to be able to land decent size skimmers, and you know, cast a heavy-ish weight, 90 gram, a long way accurately, and that's what you're actually paying with it. I'm just going to choose one tip at random. This is the 1/2 ounce tip, this one. So just push that in. So like I say, 3-piece, and always take your time when you're pushing them together. That's when that's when the accidents happen. So I'm going to give you, this is my first impression I put together. So you can't obviously see me waggling this, which will move the camera so you can do, but it is so well balanced. I mean, it is super well balanced. It's lovely, really strong backbone. You look down the eyes and it looks like a power rod. It sits nice against the arm. Like I said, it's got that nice recess there on the cork, and it's also got a little recess on the sides of the cork and underneath, so it means that, you know, you can have your arm under there, but when you are casting, if you're holding the butt of the rod, which a lot of the times you are when you're casting a long way, you've also got those flat recesses, so you can really get a good grip to be able to punch it out, which I think is a clever idea, because most rods have a flat recess there to play the fish, but not many have the flat sides to really get out there to punch it. So that is a really good design feature, and something I'll be anything that can be aiding me to cast that long distance with something I've never done before will be really fantastic. So again, as always, Middy have got a little bit of free business that we can get on with. It's your guarantees already put on, and also you've got a chance to enter a competition to win bonus bits and bobs as well, so do have a look at those with wins they're attached. We've also got the little bag case that comes with it, and it's, you know, it's just nice to have everything together. Most people ideally will have a ready rod bag, like I will be, and this will go in a pre-made bag where the tip will come out and they'll fold over and just stay nice and safe in a hard case, and which I would expect most people to do, if I'm honest. Again, it's got it's got a nice little Quartix logo on the bottom, which is pretty nice. The reinforced carbon, which I'm going to bring that up to camera. We've got reinforced carbon here, where it's just in that place where it takes a lot of the power when you're casting. This reinforced there works fantastic there to give it some extra strength. Now, like you'd expect from this price range, and it's a bugbear of me on some rods, it's got a nice little catch there to hook your hook on. That sounds simple, but my god, the amount of rods I test that do not have that, and let's be honest, it's very inexpensive to put on. I think any rod should have it of any price range. It's just a simple thing to have on, to be honest. All of the eyes are reinforced and reinforced wrapped. As you can see, they are super heavy duty strong eyelets. I mean, just feeling them, you know, they are proper strong stuff. What we'll do is move the camera and you can see, I'll give it a little wobble, and then realistically this is just my unboxing and my first thoughts. The real test is where we get on a bank, and what we'll do is some shots where we can slow the camera down, we can see the compression of the blank, we can see the distance that it casts, what it looks like put up, and hopefully what it looks like when we're playing some fish on it as well. So that they're on videos to come. We will get round to that. Not the best time of year, and as we know, and it's, you know, it's not great weather. I wanted to take it to Benny's next week, the week after next, to test some casting with it, but I can't, I'm working, so unfortunately I can't make that one. But this is going to be good. I'm excited about casting this, and again, it just tells you everything you need to know on the side of it, so it, like it says, you're 12 foot, which is 3.6 meters, main line of 12 pound, which is 5.4 kilo, hook lengths of 8 pound, which is 3.6 kilo, casting weight of 90 grams. So all that information is on there as well. If you do forget when you're picking it up, just have a little look on that side of the blank. yeah, let's get the camera changed around and see if we can have an angle, and we can give it a wiggle, and you can see a little bit easier how it looks. Right guys, so hopefully you can see me. The sun's on an awkward angle, but we're just going to put out the rod, give it a good little wiggle. Hopefully that picks it up on camera. It is a lovely rod. Like you can see, it's very responsive, comes back really quickly, and I can feel just with that little shake, and that's only the 1.5 sensitive, just that little shake, the compression and the spring action is what is going to obviously punch that distance out, and that feels mega. Now I pick a lot of rods up, and I fish with a lot of different rods, so we'll chat about that in a second, about my thoughts, because I know there's a few people out there that are going to be, oh well, it's Middy, and Middy don't always do these things, so let's put this rod away nice and safe, so I'm not worried about it blowing about, and we'll have a little bit of chat about that. Right then guys, what are my thoughts? Now, like I said, it's unboxing, we've not fished with it. I had the long range distance feeder that Middy sent me, it's a 250 power, which was a great rod, but in comparative to that, that's in a different league compared to that. Now, this is where the people will be a little bit brand orientated. So what you got to think is, there's Nike and there's Adidas out there, and a lot of people buy them, me included, because that's the name brand. That's what people associate with certain things. And yeah, 270 quid is not to be sniffed. It's a lot of money, and there's a lot of rods out there, but I do implore you to go and pick them up. At the end of the day, a label, a tag, a name is just that. If the product is up to the job and fishers, like I think that will do, just in the feel of it, then that's what's important. It's not what brand, what name it's got on it, and if you're spending big money, then you want a quality product, and in my eyes that is a quality product, that I'm just intrigued to get it on the bank, and I know that's going to be a little bit of time, and I'll try my best to get before that, but the old winter and the weather's not the best scenario, but we'll give it a go, and we'll see if we can get some fish snared on it. I might even try and take it down to locos and give it a whack out on that, but as soon as I get that done, I will do. So guys, if you do want to have a look, then give it a good little look. We'll be doing more on that, and yeah, just keep your eyes peeled, because they're out now, and they also do a lot in other ones in the range, the 11 foots and all sorts of other things that may suit your commercial market, which are around map parabolic territory, around 190 quid, which is in the realm of most commercial rods. But if you want to have a look at any more of us unboxing reviews, then go on to our playlist, Angling For You. If you want to join us on the Angling For You group on Facebook, join on a match, ask questions, then that's a friendly environment to do so. And if you want to see what we're getting up to and pictures of what you like, go on angling_for_you on Instagram and see what we're doing, and catch up with us on there. And if you could like, share and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. Until the next one guys, thank you very much for watching. Tight lines.